We should be live. How's it going, everybody? Good afternoon. Let me know if you guys could hear me. I don't think I have myself on mute. Let me just pause this. Let's see what everybody's saying. The chat is, people are talking. Let's go up to the top. Whoops, it's blocking right now. Kevin, how's it going from South Africa? I just bought a UDM PRO a few days ago. Any way to do QoS by IP? I just want to reduce the CCTV upload some. I think they have something called Smart Queues. I've never used it. I don't know if anybody else in here has used it and if it works well. You could also limit the bandwidth that the network has. That's a way to do it. Hi Mac, nice work. Any chance that you did a time lapse? I didn't do a time lapse. I'll show you guys the little TikTok video. It's hard to do on-site videos depending on the client, and it takes a lot more time, and we have deadlines to meet, right? And the rack, yes, that was from Infinite Cables. That was just a 8RU rack. The quality is not bad on that rack. It's pretty stable. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I might get the 15RU. There's a few things that bug me about it, and I'll go through that in a minute. Let's just make sure I'm live. I'll look at... Okay, good. We're live. Okay, you guys can hear me. Okay, so newbie here that stumbled across your channel. I'm learning tons of information and thinking going full Unifi. What is the cable between... Yeah, so the cable, that's a DAC cable. It's a 10 gigabit cable. It's a copper cable with SFPs on the end of it. I mean, they do have DAC that has fiber as well. It's called active DAC, but I don't use that. Is the best practice to connect the two with the DAC cable versus, say, in a Cat6 or fiber? It's probably your best way to do it. Fiber is very easy to break, and if you take it out of the SFP, once it hits the air, it gets dirty, and you should clean the ends. You need a Pro switch, though, to get the 10Gs. Yes, that's correct. How's it going, Javier? Happy Friday. You decided to do live stream. So I was supposed to be at a job site right now. I quoted the job. I never looked at the job, but the person said that it had cabling, like network cabling, and ended up being Cat3 cabling, which we can't use. So they don't want to cut open. I mean, it's for a house, so they don't want to cut open holes in their home. So we're going to have to figure out some Wi-Fi mesh system. The problem is I already bought all the materials, so now I'm stuck with, you know, a bunch of in-wall HDs, and I think it's an 8-port switch, one of their new 8-port switches. I just did the video on it, which is fine. I mean, I'll be able to sell it no matter what. Yeah, the older ones have 1G only. So even the newer Gen 2 only have 1G, right? So if you're looking at, oh God, my video is pretty big. Let's go over there. So if you look right here at this Unifi Switch 24 PoE, this only has the 1 gig between it as well, which is fine for most people. Miller Technical Services, how's it going, Jack? Chantel, how's it going? Where else am I? I've heard some, okay, so has anyone had issues with failing Wi-Fi after? So when I was updating my, did I show it in the video? I don't really know. I remember if I did or not. But when I updated my to 1.9, it dropped the Wi-Fi for about 3 minutes and then it came back up. Jim, how's it going? Virgil, how's it going? Brian, how's it going? David the Tech, how's it going? Yeah, so I mean, I know there has been people in the community who have had issues with the 1.9. I forget one of the biggest ones. I think there's where it's showing they have no WAN. Let's look that up quickly. I think it's saying on the screen, no WAN IP after updating to 1.9. Let's see if that even brings up the Unifi stuff. Oh, you know what? There's a ton of different people talking about it right now. I've had no issues with it, so I can't really speak to that. David, how's it going? Simon, how's it going? Sweden, how's it going? I pronounce your name, but I'll probably end up messing it up, so I won't. My Wi-Fi never dropped after updating. Oh, nice. Oh, you're still on 1.86. So yeah, they were doing a rolling update, right? And their new site is broken right now. Or however, I don't know why they released this. I don't like how it looks right now. I mean, it's cool that they have all these little titles, but it doesn't look like it's ready for production. But anyway, let's go to downloads. So now if you go to downloads, why does it direct us to a UDM, right? I can't find the firmware there. Community, maybe? There we go. General, let's see. What was I going in here to see? I forget now. That's what I was going to see. Michael, how's it going? So they said, yeah, they said that there was like a rolling update, I think. We are aware that several issues in this release and are actively working to resolve them as quickly as possible. Please note 2 workarounds. If your SSID is not appearing, please check whether the SSID scheduling settings are correct. If you're experiencing page performance loading, which I did actually have the first couple minutes, you just need to change the interface. I thought it's, oh yeah, right here. This release is a rolling update, so everybody will get it in the coming days. So it looks like they're pushing 1.9 onto everybody. Ethan, how's it going? My UDM is acting up on the latest 1.9, but cannot access classic mode, and every now and again, all wireless drops. The problem now with me even being able to show my UDM, before 1.9, I could show everything on my UDM because I have, right now I have double NAT, and I was able to show it without, worrying about exposing my IP address. But if you go to the new Wi-Fi man section, it shows your public IP. It killed, oh, I missed that. It killed my Wi-Fi and all my UDM employments. Wow, that's terrible. Is it me, or is there no 16 port Pro models? Are you looking for like 10 gig uplinks or something like that? Let's just take a look. How do you even go buy stuff? Oh, here we go. I don't think they have a 16 Pro. You know what? They don't have it. I mean, it's very limited what they have in the Canadian store. Let's see. I don't think they do. They have this little light one, but that's just 1 gig. I mean, at that price point, you might as well go with a 24 port Pro and have, 8 extra ports. See, I mean, it's half and half. So Josh, yeah, you had a smooth update. There's some people who haven't, right? Who it's gone wrong. Ivan, how's it going? Nico, I'm on the latest with issues too here. Jumbo frame's still broken. I don't have jumbo frames right now. Brett, how's it going? Gonna factory reset. Yeah, I mean, and send it back. Give them, yeah. I mean, the UDMs, it depends what you're using them for. If it's a home network and it goes down, that's fine. We're just, we were quoting a job, and we're gonna be using pfSense. Please stop the UI changes. I don't know why they did change the UI again. I typically always go to classic mode. Unless I'm doing a video for you guys or for YouTube or whatever, I'll do, I'll show the beta because there's different drop-down lists for where the things are, right? Downloads are at the bottom of the page. Oh, I mean, they just changed it, right? I don't know why they have it like that. Downloads, and then it directs you to the UDM. Oh, whatever. I mean, their site needs work. They're updating it, obviously. Mine auto update in the middle of the night and had no problems. I have auto update off, and so do a lot of people that, I talk to and work with, and they're saying that it's still pushed out. I did that on Tuesday, showed my IP. I mean, it's not the end of the world if you have your firewall set up correctly. I remember I exposed mine a long time ago when I was at a different place, and I could see all my threat management incidents going up. It's kind of funny. Yep, indeed. Okay, so guess I'm no 16. Okay, that's too bad. Wi-Fi drops occasionally on my MacBook Pro. Happened before. I mean, it could be the adapter too in these devices, right? If they're older gear. I'm assuming your MacBook probably isn't older. Go for the egg switch. I do have the aggregation switch already. How's it going, Mr. V? Yeah, they have the Gen 2 16. I mean, and that, I think that's the one I tried to order, wasn't it? No, it was the PoE, and they sent me a... What did they send me? They ended up sending me this 24 port switch instead with no PoE. So that sucked. Which one was it? Yeah, I tried to order this switch here. Or I did order this switch, and they shipped me this switch. Good thing it wasn't for a job. I would have been like pretty upset. Where are we? John, how's it going? In my case, when auto updates, it did the upgrade. After 12 hours, my client lost SFP plus between, factory reset. Yeah. A lot of the times to do a factory reset, make sure you download a backup file, right? Classic settings for the win. That's absolutely right. It's a lot easier. I mean, some things show up nicer. Like if you look under threat management, it looks nicer in the beta stuff. Hello, Cody. Your provider speed is 1 gig. What you'll do if they increase to 2 or 2.5 and your WAN 2 can only negotiate. I don't know, to be honest with you, but I probably won't end up paying for that anyway. I don't need 2 or 2.5 gigabits coming in. I actually have 2 gigs coming in already, but it's between 2 different WAN providers or ISP providers. Thanks. The PoE Pro is an option, but in Belgium, more than double the price. Yeah, it's pretty expensive. It's like almost $1,000 here. What did we get there? Ooh, thank you, John, for the tip. I appreciate it very much. I didn't notice what that icon was. Thank you. Appreciate it. In debating making a Unifi controller just for Wi-Fi, and I've done videos like that. Well, I mean, I've done videos where, whoops. Let's go like pfSense full builds, right? pfSense, where was it? Show all. It's where we're using pfSense as our router firewall, and then we're just using a controller for Wi-Fi, right? Where was it? It was like Unifi and pfSense or something like that. Right here. I'll get you guys the link for that. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's not overly complex to do it, but Tom, how's it going? Where was I? I will be moving from the UDM Pro to pfSense soon. Need WAN balancing and failover. So the UDM Pros do support failover, but not the load balancing. They used to support load balancing. This was and I had a video based on it, and people lost their mind after the new updates and were saying, no, it's not in there. Well, it was at one point. I forget what update it was though. Here we go. I prefer classic, only use new GUI when following an online video. Yep. Hi, Cody. Have you or anyone else had issues with the dropping my MacBook? There's been a few people in here. I haven't had any issues. I don't have any Macs either, so maybe it's something with the Macs. LAN balancing to 4G is okay. That would have to be a like a failover, right? Wish you could create a new rule from the iPad app. Yeah, I've never tried to do a full build on like an iPhone or an iPad. I don't know if it's possible to do everything. Probably not. I see 114 people here and only 9 likes. If you guys could smash that like button, that'd be great. Update still updates. So yeah, I don't understand why it still updates. They really should let you choose unless there's some, you know, vulnerability fixes and that's it, which they did have some CVEs in it, I believe. Right. There was a few CVEs right here. So the sudo one and then the UPnP. So, I mean, if that was just an update, if 1.9 was just an update to fix that, yeah, push that to everybody because you're fixing vulnerabilities, but they're just pushing it anyway. Will the Unifi switch Lite 8 PoE work in occasional 10F? I plan on installing it in my barn that's not heated. I don't know. We could look at the weather rating. Are you talking about this one, the Lite? Oh, the Lite P. Yeah, so this one here, they do have a couple different ones. Product specifications. Do they? Yeah, well, minus 15. There you go. That'll work for you. Auto update is off on everything. I like to, yeah, same with me. Like I have auto always off on everything. Block Tom. Nah, I don't even know. I'm not going to block anybody. I didn't see anything. Doesn't bother me. Have you done a video on factory reset the UDM Pro? I haven't done a video on it. It's pretty straightforward. You just, you know, plug in, hit the factory reset. Let me see what's going on with these messages here. I have no idea what is going on with these chats. But anyway, what's going on, Dennis? Do you use PFSO or PFSense or UDM Pro for firewall tasks? Well, I mean, I have both, right? So I have my production, which will be UDM Pro, and I have production that's PFSense, and then I have like a lab network that I use just whatever with. I'm curious to, let's see. I'm curious to know how you're liking the new Unifi Ethernet cables versus monoprice. I thought I brought one up here. So the thing with the Unifi stuff, they're not 4 inches or 1.1 or 0.1 meter, right? Let's take a look. So right here, the only length we could get in Canada is 0.1 meter, which would be great. I mean, that's like 4 inches, maybe 5 inches would be okay. But when you, oh, they don't show a full cable of it. Let's see if I have it on my, do I have it here? I think I took a picture of it. Okay, right here. So the 4 inches or the 1 or 0.1 meter is just in between this cable right here. It doesn't count the boot. With the boot, it's a 9-inch cable. So the cable that I use, the monoprice, are 6-inch, right? They work perfectly, and that's what you see. That's a video. I don't want to show that. Where's my network? Like right here. These are the monoprice right there, and that's perfect. That's the perfect length for, you know, doing patch panel, switch patch panel. I would definitely be getting, you know, monoprice over the Unifi stuff. The one thing good that's good about the Unifi is these boots, they bend. So it's easier to get in back of access points. If you're using like a Keystone jack, you just bend it and plug it in. Where the heck was I? On my UDM Pro, is there a safe way to go back to, you'd have to do it through an SSH session and then push the firmware. I have seen where when you push the firmware, the network controller doesn't load back up though. Make sure you do a backup no matter what you do. Unifi update put all my guest networks into a hotspot and can't use WPA. Wow. My computer just hardcore crashed. Oh man, that's not good. Hopefully something's not failing it. I think WAN load balancing dropped in 1.8. It dropped a long time ago, to be honest with you. When was this video? I did a load balancing video. Oops. Unifi. Load, oops. Load balancing? What the heck was it called? Right here. So this was published, when, what? July? July of 2020. And then like 2 months after that, they pushed a firmware update and it took it down. Simon, thank you for the like. I appreciate it. Has anyone experienced the SunMax? I haven't seen that. I mean, I've seen it, but I've never used it. I get decent Wi-Fi on my Mac, 4K Apple TV slow using. Huh, that's strange. Monoprice is better. I mean, for the patch cables, yeah. I mean, they're pretty good. They're fairly decently priced, and the boot on the RJ45 end is awesome. It's super strong. Okay. Anyone familiar with routed subnets, multi-VLAN and UDM PRO WAN side? Currently, the WAN side only supports static. Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe someone in chat does. UDM Pro indicates UAP Pro is end of life. Should I upgrade immediately, or how long can I keep using it? I would suggest upgrading it once they stop pushing firmware up or firmware out. Right? I would do that for sure. So once they say they're end of life, whatever the end of life date is, that's when I would upgrade. Or before. Those cables are not Cat 6 certified. I don't know. I'll have to take a look. I tested it with a fluke tester and they certified just fine. Can you note to gracefully shut down the Unifi switch? I've never done it through SSH. And you know what's funny about the switches? The UDM Pro you could gracefully shut down, but the switch, like by the LCD screen, but the switches you can't. You just got to rip it out. They do have that new syncing thing where it syncs between your devices. I wonder if that's going to fix that issue. I know the new U6 LR has RGB ring, but does the light? No, it doesn't. The light doesn't have it. Only the LR, and I think the Flex HD has it. Let's see. I don't know if it even tells you in here. I don't think it shows it, but pretty sure this ring you could change to whatever color you want on the Flex HD. Monoprice make white slim cable. Oh, does Monoprice? Also, does any company make white Keystone patch panels? I'm sure they do. Like you're talking about full white patch panels. I'm sure there's somewhere. Let's see if about the Monoprice. Let's go to the US. 6-inch Monoprice. Oh, right here. Look. Is that white? Yeah. Right here. Yeah, you can buy them. They're how much are they? 15 bucks for a pack of 10, which actually isn't that bad for Cat 6A. 1.9 still shows most Wi-Fi under guest, even though the network isn't enabled. That's strange. I honestly haven't had time since I did that video to look back at my network controller. Do you think they'll enable SFP plus WAN to be able to do anything other than 10G? I think it can do. I think it could do 1 in 10. That's it. I don't think they're going to be doing it at a 2.5 rate though. Do you recommend using solid 23 gauge STP individually shielded Cat 6A for cameras outdoor? Honestly, probably not. That's probably way more than you need. You could probably just do a Cat 5e to your camera and it would be fine. I mean, unless you're in an industrial, you know, place with a lot of machinery, you probably wouldn't need the shielded stuff. What type of Wi-Fi interference do you commonly run into? I could tell you with a lot of homeowners, when they're trying to do Wi-Fi themselves, what they do, they just buy a bunch of different products. So they'll buy, I'm just trying to think, like in Canada, we have an ISP called Bell, and then they buy these little mesh points, right? And they'll have these mesh points all over their house. Then they'll buy Linksys extenders, and then they'll buy TP-Link, I don't even know what they're called. TP-Link Deco things. So they just have all this Wi-Fi stuff all sitting on the same channel, right? That's the biggest thing that I run into for homes anyway. Businesses are a little different. Had the UDM Pro auto update even though I turned it off. Yeah, so that's what a bunch of people have been running into. It's been auto updating no matter what. Oh yeah, that's right. The Beacon HD. I love the Beacon HD. It's awesome. Does the Nano? I don't think the Nano does. I'm not too sure, but I have a bunch of them here. I'll test it out. Hi, dude. Cable Cat 6 F. Okay. Can use with the... What do you mean by SFTP? Hold on. Too many acronyms. SSH file transfer protocol? I don't think you're meaning that. Dexter Morgan. Love the name too. I'm a huge Dexter fan. I probably didn't answer your question. I don't really understand it. Can you use Cat 6 plastic connectors? You should be able to. If you're talking about shielded, you need to buy shielded jacks. You need to make sure you buy them or it won't be grounded properly. I use 2 AC Pros in my house. Normally I sit about 7 meters from the one in my office. I feel the speed is low to have 500 megabits per second. You need to adjust your channel widths to whatever fits, right? Every house is different. It depends on, a bunch of things, your neighbors, what channels your access points are sitting on, that type thing. Going to be moving this month, already planned out and built the new network. Awesome. Yeah, it's always fun doing that. Just waiting on the new APs. Awesome. On the UDM Pro, ports can be, yep, that's right. Monoprice are better. Yeah, I really like the monoprice ones. I bought them, I didn't think I would. And then, I really like them. I'm going to start buying more of them. How many chickens must be sacrificed to get Chromecast to walk on the UDM base? MDMS enabled. So you still can't get it to work. I would turn IGMP off and just have MDNS enabled. I don't have any Chromecast, but maybe I'll pick one up so I could try. Roland, I haven't because I haven't tried it yet, but maybe I'll go through like a list of issues that I could find on, on forums based on the UDM Pro 1.9 or the UDM 1.9 and then make that into a video. Mixed Wi-Fi stuff all over. You should have seen the one place I went in. I couldn't believe the amount of different vendors they had in there. It was insane. Do you have a video on auto optimize? I do. It wasn't the best video. I will point you to somebody's video who did, I think, a good job. It's Toasty Answers. How the heck do I get back to my YouTube? Toasty Answers. Where was his video? He did this one right here. I'll just pause it. I'm going to paste the link in there. So this is for YouTube or for optimization. I do have one as well, but I honestly like his a bit better. I don't trust the bending of the boot. Well, that's what it's designed for, right? And with patch cables, it's stranded copper in it, so it's meant to be bent. The Discord link, oh, you know what? Is it? Okay, I don't think it is. I think we went through this last live stream, didn't we? Give me a sec. I don't know how to use Discord that well, so I don't know if the link changes or not. Let me go to one of my videos, like a prior video. Take a look. Let's go to like one here, maybe. Discord. There we go. Is that different than what I had in the video? Here, let me put here's the Discord here. There we go. For auto update on the UDM, make sure the update scheduler isn't showing on the toggle. Okay, that's good to know. Cody, when are you going to drop the Unifi 6 versus the TP Link? I'm not too sure. This week has been insane. So yeah, I'm not too sure. When I do my next Wi-Fi 6 testing, it's going to be with a couple different vendors, just not Wi-Fi or Unifi and TP Link. You mean shielded? Yeah, so you'll have to buy shielded Keystones. Need more likes? Yes, I'll take all the likes I can. We have 61 likes out of 139 people here. According to the designer, I'm going to need an AP per floor and 2 APs on the ground floor. Seems to be overkill. How much can I trust it? So the design thing isn't the best because it kind of just takes the radiation pattern of what they had in their labs and kind of plops it onto your, your drawing, right? And it doesn't really take into factor all the walls, the metal, what materials. It's a good starting point. What you could do though is, I mean, start with, half of the amount of APs that they recommend. And then if you need more, you could add it. Just make sure you do the cabling for it if it's a new house. I always recommend to put the more cables, the better. When can we say the APs in a home are too many? Question relates to more APs with short power. It honestly depends on your house, right? Like where I live, it's about 2,000 square feet, and I think I had 6 access points, which is like way overkill, but I mean, I get great coverage everywhere. What else? But then you have the U6 LR, and this thing covers the whole house. Like maybe I only need one of those, and that's it. Right? So it's tricky. It's kind of, you just need to play around or do a heat map scan with NetSpot app, which I still haven't done a video on. What do you think of 1.9? I think they added the WAN feature, which is great, or the multiple WAN IP, which is awesome. They added the, what was it, the MAC address that you could put the MAC address on for your modem ISP or whatever. I think that's great. The amount of problems people are having, that's not so great. Where were we? Does anyone know of a patch panel that integrates, looks good with the Unifi stuff? I think they're coming out with a patch panel. For Chromecast, you have to add some ports to the firewall, possibly. Yep. Where was I? I just saw a message. Okay, here we go. Hi, Cody. Do you know anything about NextDNS? If yes, do you? I haven't worked with it. No. Hey, Cody. I followed your video on the VPN setup. When I do, what's my IP? It shows my real IP. Is it me or is it the UDM? Well, you need your real IP, like your public IP, to connect to it, right? I have a few VPN videos. Which one are you talking about? U6 Lite US, but can't find it in stock. Would Wi-Fi 5 access points be decent for a 12? Yeah, they'd be fine. Yep. I have 2 Wi-Fi 6 access points. I only have the LR up and running right now. Assuming all the products and organized channels can really have too many IPs or too many APs. If you have every AP like on different channels as well, I mean, in the 2.4 gig band, you only have the 3 non-overlapping channels. So on one end, if you start at 1.6.11, on the other end, you want to go 1.6.11 the opposite way. Yeah, let me, I'm going to have to update my descriptions. I must have changed something with the Discord. Oh, the Discord. Oh, that sucks that it does it after a while. Can I not keep that static? Is it possible to set a specific VLAN on the Ethernet port when I use a wireless uplink? Yeah, you could. You just need to select the switch port profile. Does a HD home run prime for live? I'm not too sure. I don't have the HD home run. Maybe somebody else could talk about it in chat. You've been waiting for a month. So I ordered my once it came on the Canadian store, I ordered it and I got it pretty much the next business day. I just purchased a 10 gig NAS to edit my videos over 10 gig. What do you think of the Unifi Switch 16 XG? I think that switch is great. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure you could do 1 gig, you could do 2.5, 5, and 10 gig. Hey Warner, how's it going? 180-degree IT solution. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know what HD home run is. I'm gonna look at that after this. Is that like a video streaming thing? Hello, Cody. I'm having issues with my brand new Unifi HD. I bought one a year ago, but I had to RMA it. Got one 3 days ago and it's brand new. Yeah, big packet loss. I would check your cabling, to be honest with you. Make sure your cable's good. Stay at home order lifted in Toronto. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, where I live, well, I'm close to Newmarket, so we've been in the red zone for a little bit. So gyms just opened back up, which I'm pretty happy about. I got NetSpot, would love a video. Yeah, I'm trying to find a place where I could do the video at. That's the hard thing, right? What's better, a few APs or two well, I mean, if you have the less APs, the better, right? So you're going to have the less interference. If you could cover your whole home or business with fewer APs, it's better. And one, it's cheaper for you. You could create permanent Discord links. Okay, so I'm going to have to look into that. It's going to be a pain to edit all my YouTube descriptions though. What is the turnaround time on the EA stuff? I'm not too sure. We don't have an EA store in Canada. You know what I was waiting for? Probably 3 weeks. One sec. I think they still, actually, we're going to take a look in a minute. This DAC cable, I think it's a 3-meter DAC cable. This is the, right now I have a fiber optic going to my UNVR, but it took three or 4 weeks to get that. Let's go look at my purchase history, shall we? Because I'm pretty sure they still owe me a DAC cable. Do I care about that stuff being exposed? Nope. Okay. So I ordered, oh, how the heck do I tell? It's probably this one right here. Yeah, they owe me a DAC cable. They only sent me this one. What the heck? I don't understand what's going on with their shipping. It's a little insane, especially for something like that. I could have ordered, it says it was delivered. It says it was delivered. Oh, that's not, and it says that Chantel got it. Well, we're going to have to figure that out. Okay, let's see where we are. Monitoring, Zabbix maybe would be okay. It depends what you're trying to do. A good supplier for patch panels in Canada. What are you, whoops, I'm getting a phone call. It depends on the type of patch panels that you want. I just started using these guys, Infinite Cables. I mean, I just tried them out and they had these unloaded patch panels that I use. I'll show you guys on my Instagram. But they're not bad. And I use these guys, TDL Canada now, but I think you have to be a business to be able to order from them. I could be wrong on that, but not 100% sure. Let's see what that, I don't know why it's blocking some of these messages. If your message gets blocked, I'll take a look on it off screen, but that shouldn't have been blocked out. Yeah, I mean, the shipping's a little weird on it. I need to make this bigger so that it doesn't just go away. Unifi released the sense too early. Oh, the sensor. Yeah. I need to take a look. Scott, how's it going? Can I set a port profile to the Ethernet port on the AP? Oh, to the Ethernet port. Mr. V, which access point? It depends. On the UAP AC Pros, you can't. On the in-wall HDs, you can. HD home run is an, oh, it's a, okay. That the network attached. Oh, okay, that's cool. I'm going to take a look at that. Hey, Cody, could you do a video on how you have Bell set up? Okay. So right now, how I have my Bell set up, I have business internet, but it's the fiber coming in, and then they have a media converter that switches it from fiber to copper. I need to get run a fiber cable back to my UDM. And I mean, if I do that, maybe I'll do a video on it. Diamond, how's it going? Anyone know of a good Wi-Fi server app? I don't know of any apps. Like I use NetSpot app, but I use it on my computer or on my laptop. Not sure if you could buy your Wi-Fi 6 APs. No, you can't. Unfortunately, it's like region locked to your account. I rerun all the cables in my house, even on a small patch cable directly to switch. There's packet loss. Did you test the cables? 137 watching equals 137 likes. I think this is I'm pretty sure this is the most people we've ever had in stream. It's saying 157 or 56 people. I'm pretty sure this is the biggest stream so far. Thanks, Cody. I just hit the order button. Yeah, I've configured a few of the 16XGs and they I mean seem to work great. Let's see why your messages keep. See, I don't know why these are, you know what? Maybe I should just turn Nightbot off. Hold on a sec. I didn't even realize I had Nightbot even on. How do we sign into Nightbot? There we go. Give me a sec. We're parting the channel. The reason I had the Nightbot on was because of the giveaway last time. But it doesn't like if you do caps or, you know, a couple other things. Stefan, how's it going? From France. I noticed you're a Windows user. Is there any reason behind this over Mac? I've just always used Windows. I had a Mac years ago when I wanted to do like GarageBand and stuff like that, but I just have no use for it, to be honest with you. I bought that DAC cable to replace my fiber as well. When I plugged it, doesn't provide internet to my UDM Pro to the switch. Both are set to 1 gig. Are you made sure that you're plugged into the bottom right port on your UDM Pro? I can't wait to purchase. Yeah, I mean the Switch Aggregation Pro looks pretty nice. The APAC Pro, yeah, you can't set the VLAN on the port on the secondary pass-through port. The auto update, the biggest issue with Unifi right now, so many things wrong and lots of people. I guess I'm the lucky one who's had nothing wrong. I haven't even had any of my clients reach out to me. One is only for WAN. Yeah, that's right. This is larger. Yeah, this is larger than the giveaway stream, which is kind of funny. My camera looks off too. Whoops. Like my color looks off. I mean, yeah. I have a color filter on this because I have a couple lights going on, but. Hey there, I've disabled auto update on the UDM Pro, but it auto updates somebody ideas. Everybody's having that issue right now because it's a rolling update. Do you prefer OpenSense over UDM Pro? I was thinking about building my own router and installing OpenSense. OpenSense is good. I don't use it like for production. I would use pfSense over it. Can you port forward from WAN 2 with the UDM Pro? I can't make it work. I have 2 WANs. Yes, you can. And I think Willie Howe just released a video on that. It's like route-based, you know, policy-based routing. I don't know if you follow Willie, but I'll post his link in the, where the heck is his? He just posted the video today. I think he went, I was in my car and, whoops. I was in my car and I just listened to the video. There you go. But I'm pretty sure you could do that. Yep. What? Unifi is watching. Just got an email. No stock allocated. Blah, blah, blah. A few weeks. Oh, that sucks. So I'm doing this job. It's a point to multi-point job. And I was waiting for, I forgot what the antenna is. I have it back there. So I ordered it off Amazon and I needed to do the job this week. Anyway, it's the day of the delivery. I don't see it delivered yet. I reached out to the seller and they're like, oh, it's going to be another 4 weeks. I lost it because I had the job to do next week. Luckily, my distributor had one left. Insane. What is the difference between running a trunk DAC or a fiber DAC if both are 10? Sorry to ask. I should have. Oh no, you could ask. Don't worry about it. So fiber is easier to break. Next thing, you need to buy modules. So you need to buy the SFP modules, the LC modules. The other reason I don't use it is because I said it at the beginning of the stream, but once you expose fiber to the air, the glass in it gets dirty, and you need to use a fiber cleaner to clean it before, or you should, before plugging it back in, or you could have packet loss. Clients can't reach out because their Ubiquiti gear crashes. That is true. I mean, I hope in this day and age, everybody has a cell phone though. On order for a month. That's insane. Usually, I mean, Ubiquiti has been pretty good with their orders. I'll order something and it comes the next day. Hi, do you have experience with IPv6? I don't use it. I have no need to use it. If Unifi is watching, send me a G4 doorbell. No, I had a couple here, but I sold them all. Just joined LE5. How LE5? How an access point could support more than 1 gig when the uplink is only 1 gigabit. I think it's like, yeah, they need to come out with the 2.5 gig. I'll show you guys in this minute. I have a couple of different access points here. I mean, hopefully on their newer access points, they at least put it to 2.5. I mean, and theoretically, you can't go over that 1 gigabit if your infrastructure is only 1 gig, or your network port's only 1 gig. Is it possible to connect the UDM Pro to the with? Let's see what DAC cable this is. DAC 28. I think so. This one right here. Where is it? Oh, that's a 25 gig. I probably wouldn't. Are these QSFPs? I wouldn't. I would just go with their normal one, right? There's no, I mean, you're going to be paying more money for a 25 gig DAC cable. You using a Netgate box? Right now, I mean, I have an SG1100, which I don't really use because the routing between it's only up to like 500 megabits per second. So I use a Protectly, which is sitting. Oh, you guys can't see it. I'll show you it. Hold on. So this is the Protectly box that they sent me out. It's awesome. So I'll probably be running this. I want to do a few more videos with the Protectly box before, you know, just sitting it in my production. Right now there's OpenSense loaded on this, but this will be my main pfSense. I use a surplus super micro server running Proxmox and pfSense, and then I virtualize all the other junk I need in Proxmox. Like, yeah, that's one thing I kind of want to get into is Proxmox. I need to build a server though. Explain like I'm 5. I don't know what you mean. Did you ask a question? I don't see a question. Unless you change your profile pic. Or I missed it. What makes you choose to deploy UDM over pfSense, the client? That's it. I mean, so I was looking, I was coding a job today. I told them to go with pfSense. They want to do UDM Pro. It is what it is. I mean, I probably wouldn't install it if it was for a large business, but this is, yeah. Oh, that's what he's saying. Michael. Okay. I get what he means. Explain like I'm 5. Okay. I've never seen that. I have never seen that before. My client list is only showing 12 devices, but there's quite a bit more that's connected. Kind of weird. They do have a new filter. Make sure that all the filters are checked off. Hey, joined. So apologies if this has already been asked, but are you planning on doing more TP-Link Amada videos in the future? That hasn't been asked, and I am planning on it. I just don't know what else to do right now with it. I already did the, setup. The problem with them, I forget what I was going to do. I think I was going to do a captive portal or something with Radius authentication, but they don't have, like Unifi has, a built-in Radius server. They need to develop a 10 gig AP. You'd be paying a lot. I mean, they already have $1,000 access points, right? What was the $1,000 access point called? Move that mic down a bit. This right here, crazy. Like, that's insane. I don't think you've mentioned anything. Is there anyone sleep? Oh, yeah, no, Mocha's downstairs. Yeah, she's been crazy lately since we got her spayed. She's out of her suit. She's running around wild. I don't know if I have any new videos of her either. Do I have anything on TikTok? No. She was sitting up here last stream, but I had to, on Sunday, I couldn't do the live stream either. Had to code my Home Assistant to have the doorbell use the Google Minis. Proxmox is awesome. Yeah, I just need, I mean, I'm not really a server guy, so I need somebody to direct me into what to buy. I would like to do videos on it, but I mean, it's really going to be a learning process for me because I've never really been a server guy. I've been more of the networking stuff. Noob question. I'm not too sure, MB, about that. Cody, do you have any APs in your home located in the ceiling or sitting on tables? So my one, let's just see here. Where do I have some pictures? That right here. This is the new U6LR. That's on my ceiling. That's just right above me. Thing's a beast. Where else? Oh, there's the devil right there. Where else? I have other pictures, I think. Oh, right here. I had a Beacon HD. This was in my hallway. I didn't need it. It was just for testing. Where the heck? I thought I had a bunch of access point pictures. Nope. I guess I don't have any more. So what I have running right now is this U6LR. I have a U6, or not a U6 light. I have a light just sitting in the closet, which I need to switch out with the U6 light. They're all ceiling. I have the in-wall HD, and that's just that receptacle height. In the new UI, you can't unblock devices. Oh, really? I'll have to take that out or check that out. OpenSense is basically GUI over. Okay, makes sense. I haven't used OpenBSD packet filter. Yeah, my access points are on the ceiling and in walls. I wish somebody would make a pfSense OpenSense Proxmox firmware for UDM Pro. Might want to make, I mean, the UDM Pro is great for home small business, right? And I think it's going to keep getting better. They did go in the right direction with the multiple WAN, but obviously a lot of stuff is being broken right now. Thanks for the Unifi switch leg video. No problem. I wonder, Ryan, so 1.9 removed uplink downlink graph or downlink graphs. I wonder if you could customize it. I'm not too sure. Like you could customize, I think before in the classic, you could customize what you see. Let's see, look into XCPNG. So I was thinking about putting XCPNG on the Protectly just to test out. Don't know whether this has been asked and I've missed it, but what are your thoughts on the G4 PTZ camera? I don't have any thoughts because I haven't tried it. Well, I mean, I guess I have some thoughts. It's expensive. I think it would be a great camera. It's a 4K PTZ 22 optical zoom. The price is just a little much, and I'd have to test it out. Anything you need, Cody, just ask. Did servers and have a home lab? Okay, awesome. Yeah, I mean, maybe send me an email, cody@mactelecomnetworks.com. No, wait. What is my email? Here, I'll put it in the chat. Yeah, that's what it is. Cody at MacTelecomNetworks.com. Let me put it in chat because I think I want to build a server. For server, I have a few older. Oh, nice. Yeah, I want something that's going to work and that I could, well, obviously that's going to work, but I could run, you know, multiple virtual machines. Why did you place your U6 in a corner? So funny story about that. I forget why I did that. Okay, I know why. I was in my attic and I was supposed to drill behind this into the piece of wood to get behind this desk to put 4 network cables down behind my TV. I drilled and it wasn't the right place, so I went through the ceiling. That's why we have an access point up there and not in the middle of the room. Need 2 more to get 100 likes. Yes, let's go. Let me see. I think I have the stats over here. Oh, we're at 100. Thank you guys very much. Hi, Cody. Have you noticed since 1.9, if you change a setting on the AP, it says getting ready? No, I haven't seen that, to be honest. I don't know. Why is it blocking all this stuff? I don't understand that. I haven't noticed, like I said at the beginning, I haven't been on my Unifi controller all week because I've been at job sites. Any issues with interference when using it? When I used it, channels interference would increase. I didn't have any issues. No. Cody, I don't know if this is something new, but Ubiquity has a YouTube channel. So I think they've had a YouTube channel for a long time. I'm just saying that based on their subscribers. Oh, I got your email. Awesome. Thank you. YouTube.com. I think I subscribed to them. Let's see. Oh, right here. I don't know. It's like they're trying to do their own videos now and kind of maybe push out. I mean, maybe not send so much stuff to content creators. I reached out to the marketing guy that I have contacting with. I haven't heard back from him. I actually reached out to him on the last video I did because I showed UID by accident. I didn't go into the application, but I was invited to the alpha, and that's I think why the UID controller was showing up. Unifi remove client isolation from SSID settings. I'm not too sure, Chris. I'll have to take a look this weekend. Unifi 6 light for one apartment works just fine. Yeah, you'll be fine for that. Absolutely. Do you think they'll come out with a home alarm system in the future? Maybe. I mean, it would maybe. Yeah, I think with the direction of access that they're going with, maybe they would integrate that as well. David, what do I think of the UVC G4 dome? Well, I've only taken it out of the box yet and I haven't used it. So I was planning on doing a video about it last week, but it's been too cold here. So there's going to be a video about it next week. If you want to learn more about servers virtualization, hit me up. Yeah, absolutely. I'll definitely be reaching out. I do need to I need to buy a server of some sort. I'm looking for somewhat of a reasonable prices too. The good thing is it would be a business write-off, I guess. Jeff at Craft Computing. Yeah, I've watched a bunch of Craft Computing's videos on Proxmox. Measure twice, drill once. Well, I had my brother here helping me, and I was knocking on the top beam or whatever you call it, the piece of wood, and he's like, "Yep, that's it." I drilled right through the ceiling. It was whatever. It worked out. I dropped a cable there. We have an access point now. Albert, how's it going? Is the VPN more stable? I'm not too sure, and that's something I'd want to test. I'm going to test it maybe over the weekend if I have time. Don, how's it going? Hope you're keeping busy. My access points are finding lots of rogue devices. Am I doing something wrong? Do you have a rogue Wi-Fi, access point that's not Unifi on your network, maybe? Hey, Cody, any tips on getting my phone LTE to connect to a new setup? My others work fine. To a new setup. Are you talking about to just connect to a controller? Unifi or TP-Link? I'm gonna say Unifi. I love Unifi, but I mean TP-Link's decent. They have a bunch of work to do, but it is a cheaper. Sorry, not a cheaper. It's a. I don't even know the right word. It's less expensive to buy than Unifi, and it works fairly well. I'm doing well, Albert. Thanks. In need of a doorbell, Ring just released the Ring Doorbell Pro. Could you take a quick peek and walk us through the doorbell comparison? I probably could. I have a Ring doorbell. I do have a Ring doorbell, but it's like a Ring Pro. Get a Magnapole. I do have a Magnapole. I've never used it though. It's in my car right now. What I use when I'm well, I don't know if you guys saw. Oh, I didn't put that in my video. I just released a video with network tools or whatever. And I don't think I put the Magnapole in it. I don't know why I wouldn't have done that. This video right here. Yeah, I didn't put that in there. Crap. But I use like fish sticks or fish rods, whatever. Someone called me out on that, saying that they're not called fish sticks. Well, I mean, I don't know. People around here call them fish sticks, so they're fish sticks to me. But they're not these ones that I use. These ones are Klein. But they're glow-in-the-dark fish rods, fish sit, whatever you call them, right? They bend really well in the walls and very easy to use. No, I only used Unifi, but I am very dense Wi-Fi area. I know, but Rogue would mean it's connected to your network, right? Just try to look at the MAC address and try to find the device for it. I don't use Home Assist, but I don't think you can. TP-Link isn't easy to configure. I find it pretty easy. Their new stuff is pretty much exactly like Unifi. There's not much of a difference. It's almost a copy and paste of Unifi. One thing I found out is you could put Unifi Protect onto your Nvidia Shield. So I have 2 of those, and it works well. Let's see, Nvidia Shield. They are pretty pricey. Like you're looking at some of these ones. I think I have this one in my main floor. We have these 2 right here. But at least if you want to view your cameras on your TV, you could buy this, and then you could watch Netflix or whatever else with it instead of buying this. Oh, wait. Is that going to show it? Where's the viewport? Oh, here we go. So the viewport, I mean, it's $259. You might as well buy a Nvidia Shield. I don't know how the scaling looked a little off with the Nvidia Shield, but it still worked fine. Whoops. Crap, I keep putting that full screen. Somebody asked about the Unifi patch panels. It's in early... Yeah, I'm not going to look at it because I think it's still in early access. It could be done if you have a maybe a hotspot setup or something like that. Can the Real Link camera connect to the Unifi controller? No, it cannot. Anyway, on how to anchor a single USB cable on a stone floor. Need to get to the other side of the living room and can't get inside the wall. So you want to like mount it to the floor type thing? Jim, I put one SSID to WPA3 and it worked fine. Tried to give you the link, the Ring Doorbell, but it wouldn't send it in chat. Yeah, it doesn't allow links in here. So what was it again? The Ring Pro? Yes, Unifi Protect also works on Apple TV, which I found out, which is awesome. Can you do a video on porting Unifi to HomeKit? I don't have HomeKit. That's the I mean, there's so much with technology, and possibly we'll see. All right, Diamond, have a good day. So neither I nor the cat messed it up. Yeah. To mount it to the floor. I mean, you could use, I don't even know what they're called. I forgot what they're called. Little clamps. You could just look for, maybe Don knows, to, he does cabling, to put, so you want to clamp it to the floor. You need something that's not going to put too much, is going to pinch the cable. Why does anything mentioning the Discord get deleted? I don't know. Do you guys want the Discord? I'll put it again. I'll put it in the chat again. I don't know which one works. Apparently I've been having the wrong one in here the whole time. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I was promoting my Discord quite a bit in some videos, but now I've stopped. I've just put it in the description. But if it's the wrong one, then you guys aren't going to be able to get to it. Discord. Okay, so that one works. Floor track, there we go. Yeah, look up for a floor track. Pro 2. Okay, so Ring Doorbell Pro 2. Maybe they'll send me one. Is this it here? Oh, that's the Video Door Pro. If the $316, wow, that's expensive. Oh, it's not going to let me go there. It looks nice. Maybe I'll do a comparison between the Unifi G4 doorbell and the what was the other one I had? Lorex and the Ring. Does TP-Link Amada support MDNS? I haven't looked into that yet. I don't know, and I don't think, though. I think I read on a forum post that it didn't. Oh, wait, yeah, I posted it. Is anyone else having slowness and bugs on threat management page? I think there are people having it. I haven't looked at my threat management in a week, so I'm not too sure. Did anyone answer the question about Unifi getting alarms, sensors, and doors and windows? So if they are getting that, and if it's an EA, I'm not too sure because I don't really look there and we can't really talk about it too much. I think it would be a cool idea, but I mean, they should first work on their networking and pushing out stable firmware updates. Oh, Don, I don't know if it will let you post the link. What? Why is that? If you're near Toronto, I know a guy who pulls servers out of data centers in Toronto and sells them for a good price. Okay, I'll send you. Yeah, I'm near Toronto. I live in Newmarket. Let me just, or close to Newmarket. So what else were we gonna? I don't even know what I was gonna talk about today. You guys have been asking a lot of questions, which is good. It keeps me going. But so this is a job we were on yesterday. Some of you probably already seen the pictures. So I'm happy with how it turned out. We have our unload. I mean, it pretty much looks like my rack, just a lot brighter. We have our unloaded patch panels and then 6-inch patch cables, our UDM PRO. These were from Infinite Cables, so these aren't monoprice cables, but they're still 6-inch. This loop isn't hanging. I put this on. What did I put it on? What is that site called? I gotta look at that because I forget. Reddit. I put it on Reddit and everybody thought that this was just hanging. Like the loop was hanging, but it's mounted onto the backboard. There's no tension on the back of these patch panels at all. So I'm pretty happy how it turned out. These are a couple audio cables that we need to, I don't think we're terminating, and a couple coax. But I got to go back to that job next week. Can I hire you help me route traffic to a dedicated Minecraft server? I have a UDM Pro and a P switch. I can't get it to route traffic. Maybe. Send me an email at cody@mactelecomnetworks.com. I'm pretty busy. I'm booked. Pretty well solid until next Thursday. Useservers.ca. Okay, there we go. Write all this stuff down. You live just up the road from me. Oh, nice. Are you in Keswick, Georgina area? Are you from the 6? I'm like, well, I'm in Newmarket area, not 416. My area code on my phone is still 705. I used to live in Barrie. I wish there were 6-inch DAC cables as well. So if you could see this DAC cable right here, this is the shortest one that you could get, right? And it sticks out quite a bit, but whatever. It is what it is. It still looks pretty clean. Actually, I'll show you guys the TikTok video of it. I started doing TikTok. I thought it would be a good idea to just, expose myself to everything I can. Got quite a lot of views. I'll play it. Hopefully it will be muted. Oh, there we go. So this is just seeing the before. Me talking, and there we go. It didn't take that long, and I started using the new, that new vertical cable, this one right here. The vertical cable eye punch tool. This thing is so easy to use. You just, put your conductors in and then crimp it. It's awesome. The only issue is you only could use vertical cable jacks. I mean, it's not an issue. I'll just keep buying them. We use that cable managing method as well. It's the cleanest. Yeah, so I got it more from like Low Voltage Nation. And when I was seeing All Green Lights LLC, his work, I mean, it just makes sense. It's very minimalist and looks awesome. Has anybody figured out how to specify IP or MAC to allow a specifically? I haven't yet. I haven't even looked at it. And Ron, thank you for letting me know about the 1.9 update. I appreciate it. Ron sent me an email saying that this was being pushed out. I just got home from a job. I wasn't planning on doing a video. I was pretty tired. And I'm like, you know what? I got to look at this and I need to get a video out. And it turned out great because there's about 10,000 views on it. I want my in-home 27 rack to look that clean. It takes a bit, but I mean, it's worth it. Even if you have to pull out all your cables and, re-terminate. Oh, nice. You're in Hollow Landing. Yeah, you're not around the corner from me. If I VLAN a port on my Flex Mini, do I have to VLAN the whole Flex? So the port going to your Flex, shall we bring up Paint? We shall. Let's bring up Paint. The professional way to make diagrams. So here's your switch or your UDM or whatever. Here's your little Flex Mini. This port that's connecting to your other switch, you need to create this as a trunk port so that all VLANs could go out through it. And then you could put your VLANs, I mean, these ports on any other VLAN. Very nice cabling. Thank you, Don. The Unifi doorbell is in the Netherlands, always sold out. I mean, most of their gear is always sold out. It's insane. Bill, have a good one. You beat Willie too. Yeah, I was surprised. Willie, he didn't go, he talked more about the WAN stuff than I did, which was good. I mean, our videos were pretty different. Andre, how's it going? Watching over Starlink. Starlink looks cool. I enjoyed watching Crosstalk's videos on it. You should show your followers rack and rank them like in PC builds. I think I could set up I do have a Discord channel for like home labs. Right, I think there's a home lab one. Right, the home lab, but I would want to make sure that everybody is comfortable with me showing their, their home labs and ranking them and saying what I should fix. I know Jay's 2 cents. He does that for the PC builds. I love watching it. It's awesome. Do you know where the site settings is in the new beta? I don't. I didn't even look at that. That's something I didn't take a look at. I was today's years old when I found out that you could get Brother heat shrink labels. Oh, that's cool. I've never used that. No. How do I configure the doorbell? Well, you have to plug it in. So you need to use your doorbell your doorbell wires, you know, to plug it in, and then it will get power. And then from there, you need to configure it with your Unifi app. You'll have to configure it. I think it's a Bluetooth to start off, and then you configure which Wi-Fi you want it to be in. For the Minecraft server, all I did was set up port forwarding from the UDM to my PC. Okay, that's good to know. Where should we get Unifi equipment, Karen? It depends, right? So I typically try to buy it directly from them. But I mean, I'm in Canada. Let's look at access points. Sold out, sold out. The base station, don't need. Sold out, sold out, sold. No, these two aren't sold out. Really, it's hard, even on Amazon, to try to find stuff right now. It's almost impossible to get. You may want to look for local resellers. If you're a business, maybe go to a distributor. If you're in Canada, I use TDL Canada. The problem is if you go to like a computer store that sells it, or I think in the States, Walmart sells it, you're probably going to be paying more for them. What are your thoughts on the current state of the GBR case against Ubiquity and regarding the capturing and shipping off browser data? I don't have any thoughts on it because I haven't looked into it. I'll look into it and I'll let you know next live stream. Let me write that down. That is something I probably should look into. Recommend a bigger router to replace my ISP supplied router. Edge router, Unifi. If it's just for a home, edge routers are good. Unifi is good too for homes. MikroTik, I have a MikroTik router and I still haven't opened it. Starlink is now becoming available in Canada. Yep, that's right. I don't think I'll get it. I probably won't end up getting it. Oh, Karen, you're in Canada. Yeah, I mean, it really depends. I order a bunch of stuff through TDL Canada. If you're a business, you could get it. If not, maybe send me an email and tell me what you're looking for. You mentioned Unifi items are region locked. Is this for all Unifi? I just mean when you go to their site, if you go like here, and I went to US or wherever, we could go to routing and switching. Say I want to buy a Dream Machine Pro. Oh, are they sold out? Oh, here we go. Continue without access points. You gotta be kidding me. Why are they making this so hard to buy? Here we go, checkout. It won't allow me to ship it, right? Because I live in I'm gonna log in here, just one sec. Unless they changed their stuff. Oh crap. Wait, maybe they are letting you now. Oh no, they're not. They're not. So if you see here, this is in the States. I would normally fill in my address and stuff. Here's your region. You only could do United States. So you can't order, like I'm in Canada, I can't order from the States. Which kind of sucks, but I would be paying a duty anyway, and it would end up costing me more. You would think the Unifi doorbell would have PoE instead of Wi-Fi, but you got to think about a lot of doorbells, like original doorbells. They wouldn't. They just have the 2-wire coming to them. It would be nice to have a PoE doorbell. And not a lot of people have an Ethernet cable running to their doorbell, right? So you'd have to rerun that, which would be very hard. I have checks for the website every day for 2 weeks, and the G4 are always out. Yeah, so they were just available here for like a day, and then they sold back out. I buy my cameras through a distributor. No, the devices aren't region locked. No, sorry, I just meant you can't order it from the States or a different region. Any chance on making a review on the US XG PoE? Probably not. Unless I got one sent to me. Well, hold on. One sec. I think this one has the multi-gig. Where is it? Oh, I can't even get it in Canada. Not in this page. I'm pretty sure that has multi-gig support though. Which actually would be pretty good because I got a few access points that have multi-gig. Where did it go? This one right here. I mean, it's pretty expensive if we're, yeah, so it's $5.99 US, which would be like 700 Canadian to do a review on. Probably not, but I do need a new multi-gig switch, so we'll see. Got my UDM PRO switch and AP from a distributor. Yeah, I do order a lot of stuff from Unifi directly because their shipping is pretty quick, but my distributor honestly is the same speed. I'll order it, say something today, I'll get it Monday. Okay, so what else was there? What else? Okay, so I got this in the mail today. Actually, I got a couple things. Oops, where did my screen go? I got this. So this is the Ingenious ECW230. This is their Wi-Fi 6 access point. That's the one. It has a 2.5 gig Ethernet interface. This thing's pretty heavy, and it feels. Oh, that sounds plastic, but it feels like it's metal. So that's gonna be cool. That will be coming up, and then they sent me this too, which the model number is ECS1112FP. So it's a PoE switch with some SFP modules in it. So I'll end up doing a video on that. I don't know when, maybe next week or the week after. 5 more and we hit 120 likes. That's right. The Ingenious stuff I didn't mind. I just found the Sky Key was a little slower. But I mean, it is what it is. As long if the Wi-Fi works well, I don't mind if the controller is a little slower. You should get the aggregation switch instead. I have the aggregation switch. I do, but you can't do 2.5 gig on it, right? Why can't I get rid of my cart? I have this really zoomed in. There we go. Whoops. Let's go back to Canada. Okay. I'm pretty sure you only could do 1 in 10 gig on it. It doesn't show here. But yeah, you could only do 1 in 10 gig. All right, where are we? 5 more likes. Question is the Wi-Fi 6U rack still in early access? I believe it is, yes. How would I find the MAC address of the Rogue AP? Well, it will show you in your events or alerts the MAC address of it, and then, I mean, you're just gonna have to search your devices. You could always put in the MAC address into Google, and it will show you who manufactures the that product, that hardware. The new enterprise switch will have 2 and 5. Yeah, I saw that. I'm hoping to get my hands on that. Let's see. High preference for PoE Slim versus... I like this Slim just because how they look. I do have a bunch of regular ones though as well. I mean, it depends what you like. A lot of people say you shouldn't run PoE through Slim or through Slim cables. I disagree. I think it works well. You shouldn't run Slim cabling as your infrastructure cabling, but for patch cables, it works just fine. Do you have any idea when the G4 doorbell will be in stock? I don't, but depending where you live, I might be able to get you one through another IT company that I know. He may have some in stock. He had about 10 of them. But he may have gotten rid of them. They sell out pretty quick. Nvidia Shield. DAC, okay. What else was I going to show you guys? Yeah, so this is the G4. I just took this out. It was just an unboxing on TikTok. That was it. But I'm going to install this at my front door, I think. It feels like it is a metal casing, and then it has that grommet on the bottom. And it's apparently vandal proof, so we'll see. I think the lens or the lens cover gives it a bunch of reflection, and people were complaining about it. Do you have any idea? What is the website for the slim cables? The amount of money I could make off these slim cables. Let's see. earnings. I'll give you my affiliate link. It's these ones right here, but this link's huge. So let's just go product links. Yeah, it's Amazon. It's monoprice. So we'll just go monoprice 6-inch slim cabling. Doot. There we go. You're in Quebec. Okay. Alex, maybe send me an email. Cody at mactelecomnetworks.com. I'll see if he has any cameras available. He'd be able to ship you it. Where was I? How much access points I need for like a house with 3 floors, and which access points do you recommend for me? Depends on how your house is built, but I would think at a minimum 1 per floor. What does it? Don't install it on the ceiling of your door. It doesn't show off a face, so install it closer to head height. What are you talking about? Oh, talking about Don. Add the monoprice to every video. It's funny how often I get asked that. It's honestly insane, which is good because like if we look here, what I mean, I make a bit of money from whenever somebody uses my affiliate link. It's not a crazy amount, but I mean, it gives me gift cards to buy stuff for the channel. We could take a look, even so specifically after I made that last video, like here, there was, 1,200 clicks and all that stuff. But look, monoprice. It's just insane. That's what most people are ordering off here. Let's see. If my switch is only 1 gig on the SFP, should I keep it connected through regular RJ45 or should I get a 1 gig DAC? UDM Pro is my router. So the UDM Pro, which I tell everybody, routing and switching, you shouldn't really be using these 8 ports because they only have a 1 gigabit backplane, which means it's shared between everything. 1 gig is shared between. So really you would want to do a DAC cable from this right here, from this port down. And you could get the 10 gig DAC cable and it should auto negotiate, or you could just hard code it. You just bought those cables yesterday. Yeah, they are nice. The boot on it, I love the boot. It's awesome. Do you have a home lab? I mean, I guess my production is kind of like my home lab as well. I don't know. Let's take a look. Where is it? Right here. But then I have like a UDM Pro sitting beside me. I have a USW 24 port switch. And then I have a ton of gear. Like, let me see if I can move the camera up a bit. Like I got all that stuff up there. There's a ton of stuff to my other side. So I guess that would be kind of considered all lab, right? I don't know. I don't have it in a rack just because I move stuff around a lot. And yeah, I move stuff around a lot and I unpower things. Alex, okay, yeah, I see that you sent that. I'll reach out to him and see if he has any more. When setting up a patch panel, do you sort the keystones in order or just random? Typically do it in order. Usually we mark our cables 1 to 24, or, you know, how many ever cables there are, and then we plop them in right into the patch panels. But if there's specific, like if you have a 24 port switch and there's 16 ports that are PoE, obviously we're going to push the cables down to the end that aren't using the PoE. They have a Pro NVR now. I don't know. If they do, it's not in Canada, or it may be in EA. I'm not sure. Oh, the camera I have on above the front door, it's too high. Oh, gotcha. Well, my camera right now is pretty high. Well, it's not super high. It's about 8 feet. What the heck is it? It's just the flex, the little G3 flex. That's what's there right now. I honestly don't need it because I have the G4 doorbell camera as well. Where are we? Real speed on my modem is 500 up and 40 down. I think you probably mean the other way. Until I have 150 up and 20 down. How is that possible? Do you mean on Wi-Fi you have those speeds? What's going on, Joe? Cajolin Tech in the house. Everybody go follow me. He does great work. I watched I think it was your live stream last night. I watched it. Was it your live stream? It was something. You were finished it, but I rewatched it. It was great. If I'm planning to use my switch for only some access points and regular Ethernet cables, which would you recommend? Well, if you're using it for access points, right, you can always use some access points come with PoE injectors, but I always recommend getting a PoE switch. And depending on the size of the switch that you need, I mean, this is a pretty good value. $500 for a 24-port switch managed with 16 PoE ports. If you don't need that many ports, say you only need 8 PoE ports, I would go with the Unifi Switch Lite 16. Is it normal ping time to vary? It depends. It honestly, occasionally to 90 milliseconds. Probably not. I would test your cabling. Is there information somewhere on how to do a /29? I'm not too sure. I haven't looked it up. But I did see your comment the other day. I'll take a look into it. Cody, not clear on the version 1.9. Is it a beta release? It's not showing in my UDM Pro. So that kind of not scared me, put me on edge a bit because we're not really allowed to release videos that are in beta. Just because they could still be buggy. And I don't know who mentioned it. Somebody mentioned it, but it's not in beta. Let me see. So if you go to community, go to releases, and under general, you see Unifi Network Controller 6.6161. So that scared me a bit, and then I found that and it helped me. But if you look under the 1.9, it shows right here that it's under a rolling release. So not everybody's going to get it at the same time, right? This release is a rolling update. They should have a way where you could push it though. Yep. So you could SSH into the UDM Pro and then UBNT upgrade and then the firmware URL path, which I'm not even really sure where that is, to be honest with you. Hey, Mike, how's it going? Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, the channel has grown quite a bit in the last little while. I think we were about 2,000 subscribers in the last month. David, how's it going? I see David everywhere, every channel, every live stream. It's great. Hey, I sent you the link on, or the ring link on Discord. Okay, awesome. I'll take a look at it. Are you going to post a video on the G4 Dome? Because I was going to buy one, but the reflection. Yes, I will be doing a G4 Dome video next week. Yep, one more like till we're at 130. Hi, Cody. Going to migrate from the UDM Pro or USG to the UDM Pro this weekend, but I never got my VLANs working. They were always getting a 169 address. Any idea? So 169 is a DHCP issue. Speaking of late notifications, just got your that's strange. 92 minutes ago. That's crazy. Albert, thank you for the 10 pounds, I believe that is. I appreciate it. You can find, yeah, I know you can find it on their download page, but sometimes, let's take a look. I mean, their downloads are harder to get to now. You know what? I'm just going to search Unifi. Whoops. Unifi firmware. Downloads. Their site is messed right now. Okay, it's right here. Yeah, so you could push it out manually through an SSH. Should I do a video on that? I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I could throw out a video about it today, actually, because I have my UDM, my lab UDM Pro that I haven't updated yet. Thanks for clearing that the wires weren't hanging on the picture you posted on LinkedIn. Oh, no problem. Oh, was that you who messaged on there? Yeah, the wires. I had a few people actually mention that. I had a couple people on Reddit saying the exact same thing you would have said about these hanging. That would, you know, if they were just hanging and not strapped to the back of the backboard, it would be heavy. Those cables, there were, how many were there? 2, 4. I think there was 28 cables. That would put a lot of strain on the patch panels. No, I mean, just set your release channel to beta in the UDM Pro and then it shows up. It isn't a beta though, right? I'm not going to show the beta stuff, but they don't put this stuff. Hold on a sec. So if you're logged into Unifi, you could go to the beta releases. You could go to the alpha, right? But we're in general, so you could see it there. I know what you mean when you go to set your UDM to beta, that it's showing up, but they're just pushing it out to people randomly, it looks like, right now. You want me to do, okay, Joe is saying he wants me to do the manual push. Okay, I could do that. I could do that. Okay, so yes, it's 500 down. I think let's see what you asked. Oh, I can't find it. Okay, so real speed on the modem 500. So on Wi-Fi, you have 150 down and 20 up. The reason why when you are logged into your ISP, you know, if you're on the ISP modem router, whatever, they have your channel width blasted full. The channel width is the biggest it could go. That's why you see the crazy speeds. Unifi will turn, I think on the 5 gigahertz, they have it on 40, and then on the 2.4, they have it at 20. You could bump it up to 80 or 160 if you have the new U6 access points, and you'll get faster speeds. Have you done PoE lighting? No, I haven't. That would be cool. I have seen that though. No problem, Ron. I appreciate you sending me that email. That really helped. Do you know if Unifi Talk is coming to Canada? Yeah, I kind of do. I mean, it's going to eventually, but right now it's still in like early access beta stage, right? Even in the US, you can't just buy the phones unless it's like in the early access channels. They updated Unifi Protect, which was just this. So we had a fix of an issue for the G4 PTZ. What else? What is this? AirCube. Cool. The iOS, Unifi Access. So I still want to do some more Unifi Access videos, but I don't know when I'm going to get those out. I think I'll do something like that when I start running out of content to make. Cody, I've never seen the alpha section in the community. Anything special I need to do? I think you have to sign up for early access. I'm not 100% sure. Cody, do you know any fiber companies in Ontario looking for 1 gig fiber both ways? Bell? I have 1 gig both ways with Bell. Do you know the brand of cable you use for your infrastructure? It depends really on price, right? The brand of cable I used in this house was just some cheap cable. I forget who it was, but we'll use Belden if it's like a certified job and it specs it. But Belden is pretty expensive. I also use vertical cable. That's what I'm gonna start using more now, which is it's great cable. Where the heck? Vertical cable. Why is it not? That's funny that their site's not pulling up. Oh, it's right here. It's the first one, duh. Category cable, Cat 6A, Plenum. Right? I've used their cable quite a bit, and where their Cat 6 stuff, and it works great. I haven't used any of their Cat 7 stuff. Or Cat 6A, sorry. Thank you for taking the time and making your videos. No problem. I like doing it. Any suggestions for residential elevator phones? I have no idea. To be honest with you, I've never been asked that. I've never installed one either. Residential elevator phones. Huh. That's something to look up. Residential elevator phones. I wonder if you would have to get like the elevator company to install that for you. You know what? I'm going to look into that because, Don, do you know anything about that? About residential elevator phones? I love the multiple IPs addresses I could go under the WAN now. Yeah, on my backup line into this office, I have a block of 5 IPs, so I'm going to try that out. If you're having Vlan troubles with the UDM Pro, you need to reboot the switch. That's a good tip. General cable is inexpensive. General's not bad. Actually, I think this is the job I did yesterday. We didn't pull any of this cable. The guy's electrician, I think he pulled it. I'm not too sure. But he pulled all the cable and put up the backboard and whatnot. All we did was, you know, dress the cable in, terminate it, and put the rack in. We have to go back for access points and stuff still, and cameras, but I'm pretty sure that is general cable, and it was nice to work with. In building, you have to have the elevator company do the cabling in the shaft. You can wire. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about the actual door or the phone in it. Zaid, how's it going? And no problem from South Africa. Awesome. Well, I'm probably going to start winding it down in a few minutes. We've been going for, my light is so bright. I'm just looking at the camera and it's really off. Let's see here. I'm not going to change it while we're live. It's like really the white balance or something's off on my camera. Anyway, that's okay. Let's see. Yeah, we've been going for about an hour and 42 minutes. Switch. Oh, thanks for the switch. Yeah. Unifi Talk seems like business only use case. I don't think so. So I've used the Unifi Talk for a couple customers that I have in the States. They just wanted to play around with it and wanted me to help them configure it. I mean, I had no idea what I was doing because I never used it, but it seems very easy. And if you wanted, you know, a hard phone sitting in your office, in your house, it's $9 a month for the phone line. I mean, it's pretty cheap and the phones look cool. Where can I order Unifi products if I'm not living in the US? Where do you live? I would suggest Amazon, maybe. eBay. I don't use eBay myself. Art. Will you do a new UDM Pro 1.9 and network controller full network guide setup? The problem with me doing that, I mean, I already have a couple of the full ones and it's going to be like I'm just repeating my videos, right? Over and over again. And I honestly don't know. I don't know how much different it really would be. Let's just see here. Unifi full. Right? So I have 6.041 and then I have a full from start to finish. And then I don't honestly even know what this is. What the heck is this? What is this? I think this is just a video. This is an old video. I think it was a video of me showing gear cabling part 1, but I don't know if I ever made a part 2. Elevator phone, looking at an IP interface for the VoIP. Yeah, send me an email. I'll look and see what my distributors have. Need suggestions for what system for that? Yeah, I'd have to take a look. I wonder if Grandstream maybe has something for that. I'm right on a fiber line, but Bell won't service your area, really. I don't know any other fiber providers in Canada. I mean, I guaranteed they are, but they're all going to be backboned off Bell. Bell or Rogers. In US, depending on building code on phones, some local are starting to allow wireless phones in the call box. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, I've never hooked up a elevator phone before. Did I mess up getting the U16150 instead of the Pro? It depends. I mean, of your use case, right? Let me see. I think that one only has a 1 gigabit uplink. But if you're in a home and you don't have like a, media server that you're running back, 10 gig links to, it should be fine. Oh, this one. Still not bad. It's just a Gen 1, right? Yeah, so this will have 1 gigabit uplinks and 16 port PoE. No, that's fine. It depends on your use case, right? If you needed a 24 port, more ports, then yeah, you definitely have to buy something else, right? Let's see. Okay, so we're going to be doing Ingenious. What else is coming out? So maybe I'll release the video later this afternoon just to show you guys how to upgrade to 1.9 through a manual SSH. I mean, it's super easy. The video is going to be like 2 minutes. And then we got this Ingenious stuff to look at. I'm going to do some VPN videos, I think, with OpenSense, the G4 Dome camera. That will be next week. Oh, and I'm doing, hold on a sec. I forget what it's called. So I'm doing that point-to-point, I'm doing a point-to-multipoint job. I'm installing the antennas, I think, this Sunday. So I was thinking about maybe, you guys won't be able to see the video. I can't film out there. But I was thinking about, just doing a little graph showing at this building, which buildings are connecting, and then showing you the configuration. All the, point-to-point antennas will be in this office. I don't know if that'd be something that people want to see, but we could try it, right? Is there a video showing how to hang the cables behind the rack like that picture? I would like to know how to. I don't have a video. I'd have to ask the client. I'm going back there. Well, I've already done it. I can't really show you now. I'd have to ask the client if he would let me record some stuff, but I could tell you how I did it. So here we're using Velcro all the way down, right? So all these little black, they're not zip ties or anything. That's Velcro. And what I do, I don't know if, probably not a lot of installers do this, but what I do, I grab a long piece of Velcro and then I put a screw through the middle of it, and then I'll attach it to the backboard, and then I'll tie the Velcro around the cables. So then it's strapped onto the back of the backboard. There are different ways you could do it as well. The config would be interesting on that. Yeah, I guess it depends what the elevator phone is tying into, right? If it's a Grandstream VoIP system, or I don't do any VoIP. I have people who will do VoIP for me. VoIP is just a total different beast that it's a headache, right? I think if Unifi comes out with it, hopefully it just works easily and it's a couple clicks and you got it up and running. I have the sickness of Tim the Toolman Taylor, more power. That's what oh, you do that as well. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can buy like those little U hooks. I'm terrible with names, but you could put, I always bring this guy up, All Green Lights. He's great. All Green Lights. I don't know if it's LLC. Yeah, it would be this one. So he has, this is where I kind of got the, or in Low Voltage Nation, about how, the cabling should look. I'm just trying to see if he has any things. I think he does it too, actually. They're just like clips. They're U clips, right? I can't find any pictures that he has in it though. But yeah, he does great work. Thanks, I'll contact you. Okay, perfect. So any more questions? I'm going to wrap it down 5 more minutes and then I'm going to get off here. I don't have a lot more to talk about. Typically I do Sunday streams as well, but I don't think I'm going to be able to this week, unless I do it late at night, which I still might because I have that install. If you guys want, follow me on Instagram at Mac Telecom Networks. You could find me on TikTok now, Mac Telecom Networks, and then you could find me on Twitter, twitter.com. I think it's just Mac Telecom N. Let's go to my profile. I'll paste that in. It's pretty much all the same stuff I talk about on my YouTube. This was an older rack. This was like a long time ago that I did this. That backboard, this was in, well, the place I used to live. This backboard, you definitely shouldn't do it. This was just bookcases, like the bookcase shelf I just zipped into the wall. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest doing that, but it held up pretty nicely. These are pretty cool. The in-wall HDs. Now I have a bunch of them because the job I was supposed to do today, we're not doing that anymore. So now I have 5 in-wall HDs. And we got 3 notifications. Do you have any privacy concerns? Nope, I don't have any privacy concerns. I mean, they had a bit of a data breach. We don't really know what happened with the data breach, but they had it. I don't have any concerns though. I had 2FA on. I know you should have re-enabled and disabled, and I did do that. But I don't have any concerns. But with that, I am going to end the stream. Thank you guys for the tips. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. And I'll possibly see you for a live stream on Sunday evening. I'll post it in the community if I am going to go live. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll talk to you later.